So just going to walk you through the construction, mostly with photographs, because I think they'll tell you the story of exactly what's going on here. We are one of the unusual juniors. We are actually spending money on exploration during construction. Very good reason for that. We've made a discovery that keeps growing and growing, and we'll have more news out in the coming days on that. And we see a big expansion coming here in the coming years as we move forward. And I was on site last week going through all of the operation startup planning, etc. I anticipate a very smooth startup. I hope you saw our grade control drilling over the past number of weeks, including this past week. They have been excellent, and they're all starting right on surface. I expect a really, really good coming couple of years. Commercial production will be in Q4, but I expect first gold will be in about 2 months' time. We are in Burkina. We are in a very safe jurisdiction in Burkina. I was there last week, as I said. We don't have a lot of expats, but they've all been there right through all of this. We have all of our team hired for operations. We're ready to go. And we are in a district. We're beside West Africa, and they are producing about 220,000 ounces a year. They will be expanding beyond that. And I expect in the coming months that you will see the same from us. So you're looking at a region here in a 14-kilometer radius that's going to be producing 500,000 ounces over a significant length of time. They're hard to find. That's a pretty good picture of where we're at with the project. You can see it. I was on the top of those tanks last week. All the equipment is in. We're pulling cable now. We're putting in valves. We've put up the electrowinning cells, the elution columns. We're starting the control philosophy. LICO's team is on site for the commission planning. It's a very detailed plan. There's a reason they do great projects all over West Africa. They do put a lot of time and effort into making sure things are very, very detailed. And it's gone extremely well. Eric said we're on budget. We're actually under budget. And, a reason for that is the team. We have a great group of people here. They've done it before. My construction manager, I think this is his 4th mine that he's built in West Africa. The general manager, being all over the world, was the GM for Alaster, right from the start of the oxides, right through to the sulfides, was in Burkina, has been in other parts of the world as well. So, and he's put together a very strong team. Again, just some photographs of the construction. It's, gone up since then. I mean, the gold room's now completely cladded in. All the equipment's on top of the tanks. Ball mill has been turned. We're putting in the liners now. So the conveyor belting is on. Elution columns are up. And we're actually running trucks on top of the ROM pad as we do training for reversing in for end dumping. It's a local contractor. We have mined 10 million tons already. We mined one of the pits, which is the water storage reservoir. This is it, done by a local contractor. So there's 4 million tons of ore sitting ready to go to the mill right away. So if this mill overperforms, which we do expect it will, we can augment it with feed that's already been mined. So we know our mine plans, we know our mining costs, so we know what they are. Very, very competitive. No drill and blast here, all free dig. So very, very simple. Strip ratio about 1.5 to 1. But we've had some new discoveries, particularly around P17. We put a small reserve on it a number of years ago. It was about 140,000 ounces at 2+ grams. We knew it was open. We just didn't know how open it was. And my goodness, it has really shocked us how big this is getting. And it's still growing. And we think this is going to be a complete game changer for us. It's a granodiorite. It is not like the main zone, which is a shear. This is a folded unit, and it keeps repeat folding. And the beauty of it is it folds right back to surface. So you're starting off with an open pit, which I think will probably have 4 starter pits within the open pit, all starting from surface. So you're not diving after something. You're mining 4 pits at the same time, which makes for highly effective mining and very, very much in terms of tons and ounces per vertical meter. We had 3 rigs on that. We've just finished. We will go back to P17 because of the results, and hopefully you'll see these in the coming days around PDAC. And we will be going back there. We've now moved the rigs to Siga, I expect to see some great results there, and then we'll move them up to P8, P9 and Maga and continue to drill those to add to the sulfide resources and reserves. So P17, as I said, was a small pit in the yellow. We were following the limbs of the fold into that first red rectangle when we hit something to the right-hand side of it. We followed that back up and hit 32 meters of 4 grams right at surface, which was a brand new zone we now call P17 Southeast. So it starts at surface. We're now following that down plunge. It's coming back to surface again. You see P17 to the north. You can see some of the results there, and we've drilled that further north, and it's wide open. So this thing continues beyond where you're seeing in that pink trend. The little pit in red is where we'd been, we outlined about 140,000 ounces. That's only down about 90 meters, so quite shallow. We just stopped drilling. We didn't want to spend any more money at that time. We were raising money to build the mine. We did discover the northeast zone. You can see it there. And then the gap, which we're infilling into, and then P17 right at surface again to the north. And the drill results have been nothing short of fantastic for us. And as I said, we've got about 19 or 20 holes coming out here in the coming days. Our share price has held in quite well, bearing in mind juniors, but I think people are expecting to see a good and solid ramp up. It is a simple project. We've got very, very solid shareholders. In fact, Equinox are heading down to site in a month's time to visit the project. ORZCF have been there many times, been a great supporter of the company. Management, we own 6% approximately, and we buy on the market, as you probably see. We're sort of blacked out at this point in time because of some of the work we're doing, but we will continue to buy. And other people like Van Eck and Aegis and Earth Resources as well. So we've got a very good and solid strong, shareholder base. Followed now by 6 analysts. We do expect that there will be more once we hit production and start ramping up. And speaking of ramping up, Lycopodium, who are doing our project, they have given us a 30-day guarantee that we will be at full throughput within 30 days, which is quite unusual. Most times you hear things stopping and starting and things not going quite right. But they have given us a guarantee on that, and I do expect that we will reach it. And if you look at all the mills that they have built in West Africa, on average, and this is hard rock, not ours is soft rock, remember, on average they're at full throughput within 31 days, which is quite something. So one thing about West Africa, you know, and I think Luke talked about it earlier on, you do see the majors in there. There's a reason. You can get things done, you can get it built, and you know it's going to run. And it's going to run well. Burkina, 15 mines. You know, I was up on top of the leach tanks. I was talking to some of the guys putting in major sophisticated equipment. And I asked, how many of you guys are from Burkina? Everyone put their hands up. These are highly trained riggers, welders, fitters, machinists. There, all of our major guys on the operations are all Burkinabe. So you can find and hire people with the skill set to run mines in country. And that's what makes it a great place to do business. Thank you very much.